$200,000 per stream. That is what Félix Lengyel was guaranteed to gamble live in front of 1.24 million people. 6 months later, he would lose $1.1 million in a single session and call his father on camera. The psychology behind that descent from paid performance to million-dollar compulsion is not speculation. Neuroscience mapped every mechanism decades ago, and it all begins with the money itself. On March 6, 2024, Félix Lengyel sat in front of a live audience that would swell to over 1.24 million viewers. In the middle of a kick stream, he stated it plainly. He could gamble a single dollar per spin for an hour and still walk away with $199,999. The number was not a boast or a rumor. It was a contract, confirmed in real time, and it changed the meaning of risk. For XQC, every gambling session came with a $200,000 guarantee, regardless of how much he actually wagered or lost. The spectacle of betting became a performance, and the platform made sure there was always an audience. The $200,000 figure was not hidden in fine print. It was spoken aloud, logged in the video on demand at the 13-minute 45-second mark, and quickly picked up by gaming news trackers and stream archive sites. That sum, public, fixed, and recurring, transformed each stream into a high-stakes event, even if the underlying risk was insulated by the payout. The audience, seeing the number on screen, responded in kind. That day, chat velocity spiked, donations poured in, and the viewership count set a new record for Kick's gambling category. For Kick and Stake, the arrangement was simple math. A single stream could draw over 1 million viewers, each exposed to the casino's branding and the promise of instant action. The $200,000 fee bought not just content, but influence. A direct pipeline to a global audience primed for betting. The platform's design amplified this effect, with real-time overlays, pop-up bonuses, and Bet Now buttons, keeping the focus on wagering, while the streamer's reactions provided the emotional hook. For XQC, the guarantee meant that every session, win or lose, was profitable. The risk was not in the money, but in the spectacle itself. The higher the audience, the greater the reward, and the greater the pressure to keep the stakes and the drama escalating. The numbers were staggering, but the psychological weight was just beginning to show. Beneath the surface, the contract blurred the line between entertainment and compulsion, setting the stage for consequences that would reach far beyond a single stream. A single moment can break through the noise of million-dollar contracts and streaming hype. On October 2nd, 2024, deep into a losing streak, Félix Lengyel paused in front of his screen. The chat kept scrolling, the numbers kept spinning, but his voice dropped. He mentioned a call from his father, one that came as he was staring down a loss of $1.1 million in Las Vegas. The words landed heavy, cutting through the performance. The loss was not just a number, it was a wound, felt in real time, broadcast to millions. For a brief window, the shield of spectacle slipped, revealing the loneliness and anxiety that can trail behind every bet. The science behind this spiral runs deeper than bad luck or personal weakness. Gambling games like slots and online roulette use what is called a variable ratio schedule. In plain terms, the reward comes at unpredictable intervals. You never know which spin will pay out, so the urge to keep going never fades. This randomness is not a flaw, it is the engine. Neuroscience has shown that unpredictable rewards trigger strong bursts of dopamine, the brain's motivation chemical. Each near miss, each almost win, sends a signal through the reward prediction error pathway. The brain expected nothing and got something, so dopamine fires, urging another try. Studies using PET scans and fMRI have mapped this effect. When a win lands after a string of losses, dopamine spikes in the ventral striatum and nucleus accumbens, reinforcing the behavior that led there. But the same circuits light up for near misses. Those moments where the jackpot feels just out of reach. The brain treats them almost like wins, fueling the relentless hope that the next spin will be different. Sleep deprivation twists the knife. Long, late-night streams wear down the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for self-control and decision-making. Studies on rapid cycling bipolar disorder show that lack of sleep amplifies impulsive behavior and weakens resistance to risky choices. For XQC, marathon sessions blurred the line between entertainment and self-destruction. The longer he played, the more vulnerable he became, not just to losing money, but to losing perspective. The story behind the headlines is not just about numbers or contracts. It is about how a system built on unpredictable rewards, amplified by social cues and sleep loss, can turn even a superstar into someone chasing the next hit, no matter the cost. Stake and Kick are engineered for speed, scale, and maximum conversion. At the heart of their system lies a seamless OAuth overlay, a single click that links a viewer's stake account directly to the stream. No passwords, no second screens. The process is frictionless by design. Once connected, preset deposit buttons appear, offering quick load amounts like 0.01 Bitcoin, or about $500, ready to wager with a single tap. The entire flow, from login to first bet, can take less than 30 seconds. Betting isn't just easy, it's encouraged. The interface pushes high return promotions. Place a bet of $100 and get $99 back for a limited time. These nearly risk-free offers boost the effective return to player rate to almost 99%, a figure that dwarfs most traditional casinos. The message is clear: bigger bets, more often, with less perceived risk. Each promotional window is timed to coincide with peak audience activity, ensuring that the lure of a high payout is always visible when the stakes and the social energy are highest. Behind every stream, a 5% affiliate split tracks each new sign-up. If a viewer registers through a streamer's link, 5% of their losses flow back to the creator, indefinitely. This isn't just a bonus, it's a structural incentive for streamers to drive as much volume as possible. The more viewers bet, the more everyone earns, except the better. Autoplay and quick bet features eliminate the pause between wagers. After every spin, the screen asks whether to double up. The default option is yes. Leaderboards flash recent big wins. A persistent ticker scrolls with top wagers, feeding the illusion that everyone is winning all the time. Every design choice, overlay linkage, instant crypto checkout, high return to player promotions, affiliate cuts, serves a single purpose: keep the money moving, keep the bets escalating, and make stopping feel like the only friction in the entire system. Chat scrolls so fast it becomes a blur. Thousands of messages per second, a digital roar that drowns out any single voice. Each donation alert, each new subscriber badge flashes across the screen with the urgency of a slot machine jackpot. The leaderboard updates in real time, highlighting the latest high roller and fueling a sense of competition not just for XQC, but for everyone watching. On December 3rd, 2024, this energy reached its peak. Over 3.2 million viewers tuned in, a number that eclipsed even the biggest esports finals. The chat's velocity shattered previous records, surging past 1,500 messages per second as the on-screen tally inched closer to an impossible sum. The moment arrives without warning, a string of near misses, then a sudden cascade of matching symbols. The counter jumps $5 million. For a split second, the noise stops. XQC's reaction is raw, shouting, then stunned silence. The chat explodes in applause emotes, donation totals spike, and the clip is instantly mirrored across every social platform. Within hours, the video on demand racks up millions of views, becoming the most watched gambling highlight of the year. In that instant, the boundaries between streamer and audience dissolve. The win is not just his, but theirs. A shared rush amplified by the knowledge that it is all happening live. Every cheer, every tip, every emote becomes part of the spectacle. When XQC declares the phrase "I quit," the words hang in the air, echoing through a chat that refuses to slow down. The crowd's energy, the viral reach, and the spectacle of the win all converge to create a moment that feels both triumphant and hollow. A climax that leaves everyone, streamer and audience alike, wondering what comes next. Right now, streaming platforms profit from cycles they help create, while viewers normalize high-stakes risk as entertainment. The line between spectacle and self-destruction blurs further with every viral bet. As the algorithms keep pushing, the real cost isn't just money, it's how we define what's worth watching. Drop your thoughts below.